Enoch Burke was attacked by woke, liberal, neo-Marxist, communists, Connelly supporters in Limerick City yesterday evening. I put up a video yesterday of Enoch Burke confronting Connelly on the woke gender ideology that she's spreading and that she's going to bring to the presidential seat, as she is the front runner for the president. Hashtag spoil your vote. Do not let that happen. Everybody spoil their vote. I'll explain way more after this as well about Connelly's stealing of homes of Irish citizens. Let's watch.
You're assaulted. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. My name is Enoch Burke. I want to ask you, do you have any respect for My life has been turned upside down because my religious beliefs are being taken away from me. And I am a victim because of your gender ideology. And the people round about you here, Paul Murphy and your supporters, that's your gender ideology.
He's right.
Gender ideology.
He's right.
As a president, you should be maintaining the Constitution and the laws. And you can't say that, Catherine. You can't say that now. We need a religious belief. You're assaulting me. You're assaulting me.
The president speaking.
You're assaulting me.
You're a little pussy boy.
This is assault.
Oh, man.
What's assault?
You're assaulting me.
How are you assaulting?
You're assaulting me.
Who's assaulting you? What's assault?
I'm being assaulted.
Tell me about assault. What's assault?
I'm being assaulted.
This is not assault, man.
I'm being assaulted. Hey! 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 I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted. I'm being assaulted. You're assaulted. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault. This is assault.
Why did you do it to her?
This is assault.
Why did you do
This
it
is
to her?
assault.
Why did you do it to her?
This is assault.
She is running for president of this country.
This is assault.
I just approached Catherine Connelly there. I do believe it's very important people know that she's no friend of religious freedom. And I simply went up to ask her,
Yes.
would she be somebody that would uphold the Constitution and the laws?
Yep.
And as is well known, one of those wonderful guarantees in our Constitution is the guarantee to religious freedom in Article 42, freedom of conscience and the free profession and practice of religion. Now, because of Catherine and her supporters, you've seen a good picture of them here. Violent people, I'd say simply.
Violent people, very violent.
I was almost knocked to the ground. I was assaulted. These are the type of people, and their gender ideology is what has me where I am, outside Belfast from school, my legs giving way, in a prison cell for 500 days, my bank accounts taken away, 66,000 euro robbed from me, and it's all because of Catherine Connelly and her supporters and those who have supported
Paul
her.
Murphy,
Murphy,
an evil man, an antichrist, I would say, a socialist. Back in 2018, paranoid against religious belief in schools and bringing in his gender ideology and his sex education and his abominable practices. This is one of Catherine Connelly's main supporters, Paul Murphy. That's what you are going to have in the Oris. Paul Murphy spirit, Ivana Bacik, Marxist, socialist. This woman was in Syria in 2018, a fact-finding mission. Getting our facts from terrorists, from those who had slaughtered innocent Palestinians in a refugee camp. Vulnerable people, slaughtered.
Palestinians,
Butchered. And the commander of that butchery was showing Catherine Connelly around Syria. And it's a sad day for Ireland that this woman is being forced upon our nation.
Yes, it is a very sad day, and that's why I'm here. I'm very concerned that this woman has got this far. I believe people need to know the truth about her. I would just say simply about her, she's a liar. Yeah, don't be deceived by the talk of care and compassion and her talk about things far away. But in Ireland, her Ireland is an anti-Christian one. She can't even answer when she's asked, does she believe in God? She can't even answer when she's told, you will make a vow before Almighty God to maintain the Constitution and the laws. She can't answer that question.
Because she doesn't believe in Almighty God. She believes in something. So something is going to direct her, and something is going to counsel her. But it's not Almighty God. She has no business being the president of this country. And I am sorry.
And tell me again.
I am sorry to hear people coming out like Declan Connolly saying to spoil your vote. It's a sinister move, because to spoil your vote means to vote for Connelly.
Yes, it does,
And there's only one alternative to this. Come out, vote, exercise your democratic right, and vote for the lesser of two evils, if that's the way you see it. Vote for Heather Humphreys. That is the only way to stop this woman getting into the auras. If you come out and spoil your vote, you were voting for Connelly, and he knows that.
As I want to second that, these rights were hard fought for. Of course, we know the way you exercise your rights in a democracy, one of those ways is to go out and to cast your vote. And I want to second that. They were hard fought for, people died for them, for our rights. And to say to spoil the vote is to vote, as has been said, for this woman, an enemy of freedom, an enemy of freedoms, and of course, most of all, the right to religious belief, which Catherine Connelly can't talk about.
So what should people do?
I would say
there are two people on the ballot paper, Catherine Connelly and Heather Humphreys. Heather Humphreys is not a Marxist. Heather Humphreys is not a communist. Heather Humphreys can tell this nation she does believe in Almighty God. She can tell you she does go to church. And she can tell you that she doesn't go to Syria and get her facts from terrorists and from butchers.
And come out on Friday and cast your vote for Heather Humphreys to stop this woman. Don't listen to those who will tell you to do otherwise, to make some kind of silly protest of some sort or another. They're deceiving you, I would say. They are deceiving you. That will not mean anything. It will be cast aside. Then the spoiled vote, that will be cast aside. And the left will come out to vote on Friday. We see them here. Violent people, thugs, pulling me to the ground. They will come out. They will come out to vote.
Declan Connolly knows that. Don't be deceived by Declan Connolly and his team telling you to write Nick Delahunty or Maria Steele on the paper. Don't do that. Come out and vote for Heather Humphreys.
It's and this is the woman. When Catherine Connelly says that she's a person of peace, and I think that's ultimately it. We hear her talking about care and about compassion, but I didn't get much here today now from those who are fervent supporters, people like Paul Murphy and others. I don't know if he was here today, but I was pulled to the ground almost. I was surrounded by thugs straight away. So don't believe that she's clearly not. She's lying to the Irish people, and she's got this far by lying.
Paul Murphy, one of her main supporters, was a child, 3 years of age, and he doesn't know still whether it's going to be a boy or a girl. What a shame we've been brought to as a nation. Shame upon us as a nation. This is the woman, her main supporter, Paul Murphy. His child, he doesn't still know what it's going to be. It doesn't decide itself.
Is that the type of Ireland we want? It's the type of Ireland that Catherine Connelly and her supporters want, where the child will be raised, where it will be taken from the parents if they don't endorse transgenderism. Catherine Connelly has spoken about the Gender Recognition Act. She's spoken about the review of it. She said it's good. She said that those reviews need to be acted on. And one of the parts of that is that the parents will have no say, no consent, that any child can say what they want, can be what they want. A boy can become a girl can become a boy, a day, and of course, in all the schools, it's anti-Christian. And this is the type of Ireland that she wants. So again, on Friday, there is something to do. It's very important that you will come out. Do not spoil your vote. Do not stay at home. It's been said the left will come out. We see them here, violent people, taking me to the ground. Do not spoil your vote. Come out and vote. Vote for Heather Humphreys to stop this woman, Catherine Connelly, getting into the Oris and becoming the president.
A crazy video coming out of Limerick yesterday night. Two parts to this one. This is a very interesting video. We have a lot clearer footage and a lot clearer sound of what he was actually saying to Catherine Connelly. Basically saying you're unconstitutional, you're anti-Christian, you're not letting me pursue my religious rights, that kind of stuff. And she basically said nothing. She didn't answer him once again. He didn't attack her or confront her in any way physically. He just went up to her close and said, hey, this is how, this is how it is. And he was speaking his mind, right? Which maybe isn't the most tactile thing to do, okay? Of course, but there's no other way to confront these people. Like, how else are you supposed to talk to these people? Like Elijah Burke, his brother, they were in NUIG Galway and he just got shut down. If you try and ask questions in a way of being respectful and professional, they just shut you down. So he said, okay, well, I'll just talk to her face to face at a protest that she's going to, at a rally that she's at. And she didn't answer anything. Okay, he didn't touch her, he didn't do anything violent, but subsequently, her supporters, these woke, left-wing, communist, neo-Marxist lunatics, they started attacking Enoch Burke. They started attacking him. They started saying, oh, how do you like it when it's done to you? So they started grabbing him, pushing him to the ground. He didn't do that to Catherine Connelly. If Enoch Burke did that to Catherine Connelly, he'd be in jail again. Okay, he'd be in jail for a violent assault. Okay, but they violently assaulted him and nothing happened. I bet none of the police did anything. Where are the Gardaí in all this? The Gardaí should be protecting Enoch Burke. When he goes to ask a question after her speech, I think she was done. This was at the end of her rally. Where are the Gardaí protecting people? Like, they should be in jail, the people that assaulted Enoch Burke right there, especially the guy that was pushing him at the beginning. It's like Enoch Burke needs security now or something. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but he just tried to ask her a question, and this guy with the flippin' bleached blonde hair, looking like a woke Eminem. I mean, Eminem's pretty woke as it is. Started flipping attacking him, started pushing him to the ground. He pushed his brother to the ground with the camera. There was a bunch of people standing around him. He could have easily been attacked, stomped on, kicked in the head. Who knows? Like, this is a violent attack, guys, and nobody did anything. Gardaí didn't do anything. The second part of this video, very interesting. So the mum and Enoch Burke start calling out Declan Ganley, start calling out people saying, don't spoil your vote. Make sure to vote for Heather Humphreys because she is opposition. But I would just say this, plain and simply. I don't think that she's opposition, guys. I really like Enoch Burke. I like the mum. I think they're saying amazing stuff. But a little point of contention there. I understand them. I understand. They're not as left-wing. They're not as Marxist communist as Catherine Connelly. No way. But Heather Humphreys is still part of the controlled opposition, guys. They're controlled, like, plain and simple. And I would say there's no difference between Heather Humphreys and Catherine Connelly. They may see a difference on paper because we're given two options. But really, there's no difference, guys. I would still 100% hashtag spoil your vote. Right, Maria Steen there. If you don't want to vote for these people, and if you're only voting for somebody just because they're opposition to somebody, that's not a good reason to vote for somebody. Plain and simple. I don't agree with anything, basically, Heather Humphreys said. She's had a few scandals come out about her. Plain and simple, I wouldn't do that, guys. I just personally wouldn't do that. But you could see all the crazy guys had the nose rings, the bleached hair. They looked depressed. You can just tell all these people are addicted to antidepressants, mind-altering medication, SSRIs. Just crazy lunatics at these rallies, guys, like absolute lunatics. Of course, Catherine Connelly has been through loads of scandals as well. She worked as a barrister to take Irish homes off Irish families. And this is a video from 2016. A woman from Chantilly in Galway questions Catherine Connelly on her work as a barrister in relation to evictions. This video has been scrubbed from the internet. It's quite hard to find this video. They're trying to get rid of it completely, but we got it.
I just asked you a simple question. Are you evicting people? Are you working for the banks to evict people out of their homes?
I am not answering that for you. That is a poisonous campaign. Can you listen to me? It is a poisonous campaign. It's absolutely shocking, whoever is behind that poisonous campaign.
Not at all.
That's number one. Number two, I'm sick and tired of it. Number three, this is a social occasion. Number four, what I do as a barrister, and I'm no longer a barrister, is a professional. It's a profession. And for this poisonous campaign to be going on is nothing short of shocking. And I don't know if you were outside the courthouse, but the behaviour of the people outside the courthouse was shocking. And every time I went over to talk to them, they didn't even...
I was outside the courthouse once with the hub, but nobody seen you or nobody approached you while I was there.
That's okay. On another occasion, there was Pádraig Táillre from Connemara, On that particular day I went over, and the stuff coming out of their mouth was appalling. There was no way to talk to anyone. And number 3 or 4, I'm not living in the Shouts. I am proudly from Shouts, but I don't live in Shouts at the moment. Okay?
So you won't answer the question?
No, I'm not answering it.
So I'll take that as a yes then.
No, that will be very wrong to do that.
Well, that's the only way it can be taken.
No, that's not accurate.
Well, it's a simple question, Catherine. You can either say yes or no, and if you refuse to answer, well, then the answer is
You
yes.
can take what you like. I have no intention.
It's just I don't understand how you can make speeches about homelessness if you're partly responsible for evicting people out of their homes.
That's it.
Perfectly said. I'll leave the video right there. Perfect said. How can you talk about homelessness? How can you say that you want homes for every Irish person in the Irish Constitution, but you're actively taking them off people? Oh, I worked as a professional. Yeah, there are professional hitmen out there. It doesn't mean it's right to kill innocent people. It doesn't mean it's right to take homes off people. You know, you don't have to do that work, guys. Like a lot of people are saying, well, I didn't have a choice. Everybody has a choice. Nobody's holding a gun to her head. Everybody has a choice in life. She just did this to make loads of money. That's plain and simple. If she didn't do this, she'd be flipping broke. And, you know, some people make money doing that, guys. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. I would never make money off the backs of other people. To be perfectly honest, it seems immoral. And the Lord is watching every move that you guys do. God is watching. Okay? Although you think and you may be able to lie to the people and not give us a straight answer, your soul is watching. Your soul cannot be replaced, guys. And this is what's happening, guys. People are selling their soul on a daily for a little bit of money. That's their God now, money. She knows it. That's why she's a far-left neo-Marxist communist. Enoch Burke said it. She's un-Christian. Same with Paul Murphy. They don't even know what gender their son is. Is it a boy or a girl? These people are immoral. They hate God. They have no religion. They have no sort of moral standing whatsoever in life. They have zero ethics. And that's what happens. Speaking of the lunatic left, this is outside the American embassy in Dublin, in Ireland, of course, where they all dressed up as flipping, I don't know, some clowns, some frogs, and they're protesting outside the embassy. They're protesting Donald Trump, supposedly. Clown show. Let's watch. Complete clown show. Something about the woke left. They just hate the US. They just hate everything to do with the US, except they'll go have food, you know, in a McDonald's. They'll go flip and have a Coca-Cola. They'll go do everything that's American, guys. They'll enjoy the luxuries of the country, but they actually hate the country. They're racist. They're basically racist people. They're the most divisive, bigoted people. These woke left are crazy. We saw them attack Enoch Burke. We saw them flip and attack everyone. They're the Antifa-driven crackpots, and America has just now banned Antifa, guys. They've actually made them a terrorist organization. And I truly think that Trump should come here and push the government of Ireland to make them a terrorist organization as well. Because here, they're everywhere. People have flags of them in Galway, Dublin, Cork, crazy stuff. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Should you spoil your vote or should you vote for Heather Humphreys? I would definitely recommend spoiling your vote. I wouldn't vote for Heather Humphreys because that's just a vote for the same person. Catherine Connelly and Heather Humphreys are the same, if you ask me, guys. They're the same, you know. Whether one is more far left than the other by a margin, and that margin is going to get more and more blurred whenever each one of them gets into office. Definitely don't vote for any of those people. If you guys want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member for just €3 per month. We have 30+ members now, so I greatly appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one, lads. Peace.